but he got
Justin
like indefinite suspension.
Justin Blackman.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah. We just going back of just hoping Zeke can get it right, man. But we're just saying that the last point was just that because he is so talented, that kind of is foul, but it determines the love. Like he's going to get a lot of love and a lot of chances because he's so good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If he
Well,
couldn't play, he'd be out of
yeah,
there.
Oh, he
yeah,
definitely be out of here. Shit, Bucky
yeah.
Whitehead got he got
Oh
cut.
yeah,
And it
You know,
wasn't even him.
and I said that I said that when it happened. I like the true lesson to be learned here is that when you are not talented as other players and there are players behind you, when you are dispensable, you're vulnerable. This is a risk because Ezekiel Elliott, if he was not as talented or he was on the practice squad, I don't think Dallas would be so
no.
understanding
Yeah,
with some of
absolutely.
these behaviors.
Yeah.
Because what's funny about the Whitehead, they came out and was like, "We stand by our decision." Like, what are you standing by? Like, that's just like they will not admit they screwed up. They're like, "No, we
Yeah.
stand
Nope.
by our decision."
We
Like,
moving on.
Yeah,
We moving on.
but again, you see, just 2 weeks later, nobody's talking about it because nobody cares about Lucky
exactly.
Whitehead.
Uh
You
huh.
know, if it was Zeke, the Cowboys fans would be in an uproar. Even if something came out now, if there were pictures of Zeke, doing coke and
Yeah.
smacking his girlfriend at the same time, 2 weeks later, if the Cowboys decided to cut him after that point, we'd still be talking about it.
There'll be about 30 teams ready to
Yeah,
say, "Hey, Zeke,
exactly.
I think he's reformed. We're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna work with him to see
yeah,
get his life back on track."
absolutely. But and I
And I
think
hope the
like
Falcons are going up.
yeah, I mean if he just like I guess the moral of the story is just smoke some weed. You get suspended for a while, but everybody still love you.
Nah, I disagree. In
No,
the NFL, bro, don't them drugs. When you get in that drug program,
Mm.
that shit ain't no joke, man.
no, but I'm
I
I'm
mean,
saying versus like I'm saying like in the long run because
Uh,
look, like you mentioned Justin Black when we talked about Johnny Manziel, like the things that they were doing, eventually people just get tired of it and you gone. Like the drug program, like weed, you get suspended a few times and they ain't lying, it's stringent as hell.
yeah.
But you're still welcome back. There's steps and protocols as far as
Oh,
what
you
you're
saying
allowed
like
to
the,
do to get back. Once
the
you start
domestic
like
violence?
messing up like that, domestic
Oh yeah,
violence and
got
hardcore drugs and like just showing totally disrespect to the shield, once you
yeah,
gone, you gone.
yeah. I see.
and I think it also is it's a factor of society's values. So yeah, weed isn't legal in every state, but I think for the most part, people don't look at weed the same
Yeah,
way they look at heroin and cocaine.
yeah, and even the
And
NFL now is
when
talking
you
about
look at domestic
lowering their
violence,
standards.
Yeah, yeah.
domestic
Oh yeah,
violence, everybody, not
yeah.
everybody,
That's a
but
wrap.
there's a whole lot of people
Yeah.
against domestic violence.
Hmm.
So I think there's a cultural perception thing that's in play as well with the shield.
Yeah. Or maybe you could just kneel during the national anthem.
Oh my God.
Nah, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
That's yo, man. That's more like you want to give the intro to this or because that's
That's,
crazy,
I think
but
it's
I
obvious what we're
understand.
talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah,
So, all right, we'll save everybody all the backstory. Everybody knows it.
yeah, yeah,
Say
yeah,
kneeling during the national anthem. I think everybody knows it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
big, tall, light-skinned black dude with an afro
Yeah,
pops in our head.
exactly.
Um, but I kind of started talking about this because earlier this week I sent out a text. I had a conversation with a dude, and he was like, "Yo, man, you boycotting the NFL for over Colin
Yeah,
Kaepernick not being signed?" And I was like, "Nah." I was like, I ain't gonna bash anybody for doing it." But like my business is literally covering the NFL. Like I have no content on my website if we don't talk about the NFL. So I kind of have to. He was like, "You ever think about changing your business?" And I was like, "You ever think about minding your business and changing this
yeah.
conversation?"
What
So
do you say?
Yeah.
and he was just like, "Ah, I got you." He kind of laughed at him, but he got that. I ain't have time today. And like I really
Yeah,
wasn't trying to. So like I've had these conversations, from friends of mine on social media who are, some of them are, of course, everybody had a voice on social media. So, everybody's like, some people are, sign this petition until caps get signed. I'm boycotting the NFL, and I applaud that. But also, there are people saying, if Cap didn't suck, my fellow black folks need to stop playing this game like, Cap ain't signed because he's black. And, if he didn't suck, then he'd be signed. But nobody ever talks about the truth. Like, everybody wants to prove their point, and neither one of those are the truth, really. So, my point is that, obviously Colin Kaepernick is better than, 65 other quarterbacks in the NFL. He's better than
starters.
Yeah. He's probably better than all but about 20.
Exactly. My number's a little higher than that, but yeah, sure. We're in the same.
Approximately.
Yeah.
You said, hold on, wait. Go back. What was the number?
He's probably better than
Jay saying
all
20.
but about 20, 25 quarterbacks.
That's
he's better than some starters.
He could start at 7 of the teams, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he could be a starter in this league still.
Okay. I think that's about right.
I'm saying 15, but we're in the same range.
I couldn't even argue with 15.
I would, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the point is, he should have a job. If we're just basing it on football. And I think everyone who wants to boycott and has no other strings attached to boycotting, yeah, absolutely. But I think, for my own purpose and for our purpose, I think we have a better platform to speak on this and to voice our opinions by talking about it and by actually being engaged with the NFL versus shutting down and not talking about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I go to a few NFL games a year, and I haven't bought a ticket since 2011. So me boycotting doesn't mean anything. I don't spend money with them anyway. Really, I watch it on TV, but that's it. So I'm saying I'm not gonna watch on TV. So who am I hurting? I'm not hurting them. You know what I mean? So that's just my stance on it. I can't boycott them.
My stance is I'm not clear what people are protesting. So are you protesting that this individual is talented enough to be in the league and he should be in the league? Are you protesting that this is being done to him because he's a black man? Are you protesting it because you don't think an employer should have the right to not hire someone based on their political stance and choices of activism? I'm not clear.
I can clear it up because it's neither of those. It's neither of those. I think for most people, it's about the fact that the NFL does not, and I'm going to say it straight up, they don't really respect black people. Even though black people make up, I forget the percentage of the players in the NFL that are black, but 70% of the product on the field is black, but they don't respect black people. If this were something Jewish, if someone was doing something for anything other than black people, they would be bending over backwards to appease. But because it's black people, they don't respect them enough. They don't respect us. Because we talked about the guy, I forget his name now, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who's on the practice squad. We said, I'll fight every nigger in here.
Riley Cooper.
Riley Cooper. Thank you, Jay. He's on a squad. Like that's not enough to get him, for them to not to sign him. But you're going to blackball Colin Kaepernick for simply saying, really the issue is he mostly black people unarmed being shot by policemen.
So
go ahead.
You think if a Jewish player or a white player was, because of their political beliefs, wasn't like took the same stance and saying, I'm against Hillary Clinton, or I don't know what it would be.
I can give you something right now, with something to deal with Obama and Israel. Maybe some treaty or something money that he's kneeling because of some protest against Obama and Israel. I'm telling you,
and they was kneeling on the national anthem. You're saying that you believe that the response to that person, and once if the veterans, if corporate America, if people in the same way they responded to Cap, responded to that person, you're saying the NFL they would react to that person differently and say, "Fuck y'all veterans, fuck you corporate America."
No. Al, let's dig into this. Because this is deeper than this. Now we're getting deep. So I'm saying that guy was Colin Kaepernick's same skill set, exact same thing, would be on the NFL team. Why is that?
Right. That's what you're saying. Saying that they would hire him. They would hire him.
There are Jewish owners in the NFL. So this is a deeper issue than that, because it's showing you that the history of this country, the fact that we got Jewish people that are have risen to positions where they can make these calls, they will put that player on their team and say, hey, we worked it out, everything's good, everything's kosher, we moving on. If there were black owners in the NFL right now, like I'm not talking about the Uncle Tom, Ray Lewis's and these other guys. We're talking about somebody like I don't know, Lawrence Taylor. I can't think of any rich Shannon Sharp. If these were part of an ownership group, Cap would be on the team. Even if you didn't need a quarterback, they would be on the team. He would be the third guy on the roster. So, like I said, this gets deeper than that, because we're talking about now history of this country and what this country is built on and how these people get to these positions to make these decisions. You know what I mean? So why we just have like getting to the point of a black quarterback in our lifetime, black NFL coaches, black GMs. Like we're just not seeing some of this stuff in the last 10 years or so. So to think that it's all fair and equal and it's all I'm
not certain that if any person, any athlete was to face the negative reaction from the demographic of the veterans in our society and the sponsors that then would react to the negative perception of that behavior. I think that's what's driving it. It's not. I'm just sharing what my opinion is.
Yeah, I can enlighten it.
I think that even a black owner would be like very wary of hurting their bottom line if they believe that hiring any individual, bringing them in, black, white, Muslim, whatever. But if you're saying by me hiring this person, I potentially might lose sponsors and a demographic like veterans because they perceive, right or wrong, but they perceive this behavior to be offensive to them.
Well,
I think any
your perception
looks at you differently.
Let me step in, because I think both of y'all are right to a certain extent. Here's the thing, I think that America's, and when I say America, the majority of America, mostly white people, are numb to the struggles of black people. So when Cap takes that stand for, unarmed black people and brown people being shot by policemen, so I get what you're saying, Keon, if it was another demographic that he was standing for. So say, there were countless videos all over social media and there were numbers to back it up that gay people were being killed by police just because they were gay. I think if Michael Sam or if Colin Kaepernick decided to stand up for gay people, I think it would be taken differently than it is now, because
and they've got to throw in that the owners and most of the owners in the NFL, all of the owners in the NFL are gay.
Yeah,
you really got to throw that in there too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so. But even without
no,
that,
I mean,
I'm just
really,
saying, no,
there are no black owners. So this is a race.
I get, but what I'm saying is, I think even without that, I just think that white folks are numb to our struggles. So if it's another demographic, even without the owners sharing that same thing, I just think they've chosen, and at this point, they've chosen to be numb. They've chosen to stick their head in the sand and have this cognitive dissonance that